So, are you getting tired of being chained to cloud-based AI coding assistants? Well, today, we're going to break free. We are diving deep into how you can run incredibly powerful local models right inside Cursor AI. We're talking ultimate speed, total privacy, and complete control, all without that monthly bill. Let's get right into it. And this right here, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? The whole idea of paying a premium for AI services that can be laggy and restrictive, well, its days are numbered. We're about to show you how to build something way, way better, and it's all happening on your own machine. So let's talk about the problem we're really trying to solve here. It's not just about the $20 a month. No, it's the lag you hit during peak hours. It's the usage caps that throttle you right when you're in the zone. And, it's that nagging question in the back of your mind, who exactly is looking at my code? These are the real hidden costs of depending on the cloud. When you put them side by side, it's a pretty stark difference. On one hand, you've got cloud AI, recurring fees, speeds that go up and down, and your code getting shipped off to who knows what third-party server. But on the other side, local AI, it's a one-time hardware cost, speeds that are just ridiculously fast, limited only by your own GPU, and of course, absolute total privacy. The choice starts to look pretty obvious, right? All right, so let's get to the good stuff, the solution. We are talking about a local-first setup that's going to turn your entire development environment into a private, high-speed beast. This is all about taking back control and unlocking a level of performance you just can't get from a service over the internet. Okay, this right here is your toolkit for getting this done. First up, we're using Ollama. Why? Because its command line integration is just chef's kiss. It's incredibly stable running in the background. Then, for connectivity, ngrok is the absolute key. It's the magic piece that gets around all the common connection problems. And for the model itself, oh yeah, Gemma 312B is the current champion. The balance of speed and coding smarts is just incredible. And that leads to the big technical question, right? How in the world does an editor like Cursor, which is its own application, actually communicate with a model that's just running on your local machine? It kind of seems impossible, but it all comes down to a specific protocol that makes the magic happen. And the answer is something called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP. The easiest way to think about it is like a universal translator. Cursor uses MCP to scoop up all the relevant context from your open files, packages it up perfectly, and sends it in a language that your local large language model can actually understand and use to think. And this diagram shows the data flow perfectly. See, Cursor, which is the client, can't directly see Ollama running on your local host. This is the wall that most people run into and just give up. But this is where ngrok comes in. It creates this secure public tunnel, basically a bridge, that lets Cursor's sandboxed world reach your local Ollama server. Honestly, it's the secret sauce that makes this whole thing click. All right, now for the really fun part. We're not going to mess with complicated configs or anything like that. No fluff. I'm about to give you the exact copy and paste commands to get this up and running in, seriously, under 5 minutes. We like to call this the nuclear script. Why? Because it just works. It's designed to just blast right through all the common setup errors that people get stuck on, especially those super annoying CORS issues, that's cross-origin resource sharing that trip up basically everyone. It is literally just 3 lines you'll paste into your terminal. First, you pull the model with Ollama. Second, and listen up, because this is the step that almost every other guide on the internet misses, you set the Ollama origins variable to an asterisk. That one little command tells Ollama to trust the requests coming in from Cursor. And third, you fire up the ngrok tunnel. That's it. You're done. Oh, and here's a fantastic little pro tip for you. When you're in Cursor's settings, you'll notice the API key field has to have something in it. But your local model doesn't need a key. So what do? Just type the word Ollama, or really anywhere you want in that box. It just satisfies the UI and stops it from throwing an error. So simple, but so effective. And one last super critical tip, please listen to this one. When you add the custom model inside Cursor, the name you give it has to be an exact match for the tag you pulled with Ollama. So if it's Gemma 312B in your terminal, it has to be Gemma 312B in Cursor. Get this wrong and you'll get that dreaded model not found error and pull your hair out. Okay, setup is done, the boring part's over. Now let's see the payoff, because this is where you really feel the difference. The performance isn't just a little bit better, it is absolutely transformative. I mean, just look at this comparison. It is night and day. A fast local model like DeepSeek Coder can easily hit 156 tokens per second. Meanwhile, a typical cloud model might only give you, 23 tokens on a good day? Your autocomplete is no longer bottlenecked by your internet connection. The code just feels like it's appearing as fast as you can think. So first up, inline edits with Command K. With a local model, the changes are just instant. And here's the cool part. Because the model is focused only on your code without a bunch of generic safety filters, it's often way more precise. It hallucinates less, especially on those small surgical changes. Next, let's look at the chat panel with Command L. This is where you can get really strategic. You can use your super fast local model for all the boilerplate stuff, the repetitive tasks, and then, when you have a really complex architectural problem, you just swap over to a big cloud model like Claude 3.5. You save your paid tokens for when they actually matter. And this is a total game changer. Composer mode, which is Control-I, lets you do these complex agent-like tasks. You can literally ask it to refactor an entire feature, and the local model will just start opening, modifying, and saving multiple files all on its own. This is a premium, paid feature that you are now running for free on your own GPU. But of course, not all models are built the same. So the final piece of the puzzle is picking the right tool for the job. Let's take a quick look at the top contenders you should have in your coding arsenal. Okay, so for the best all-around choice, you want Gemma 312B. Its reasoning ability is just top-notch. Now, if you want pure, raw speed for things like autocomplete, then DeepSeek Coder is your speed demon. And hey, if you're working with more modest hardware, maybe an RTX 3060 or something, Llama 338B is a fantastic budget-friendly pick that still runs like a dream. So we'll just end with this one question. When your own computer can give you a coding assistant that is faster, completely private, and totally free to run, what exactly are you paying for with that monthly subscription? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.